Okay, so recently I had been playing some Sixth Sense music. If you don't know who Sixth Sense is, he's a color-based producer. He's 14 and he's my age. And I found out I was really enjoying his music, so I decided, hey, why did I try making his style of music myself? And so I spent like the last 2 hours or three making a project, this project over here, and it is a song in the style of Sixth Sense. I don't know if I'm ever gonna finish this, but please don't rip this tune because I don't like my tunes being ripped. So today I'm gonna show you how I made a tune like Sixth Sense, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So I'm just gonna run through my drums real quick. I have this really clicky kick and a clap with a snare on it. Now all of the percussive instruments you were seeing were just for the sole sake of making the drop sound good and adding some flow. So I will cover these percussions along with when I'm covering the drop. Generally in the songs of Sixth Sense I heard, he uses clicky kicks and pretty thin snares, and that's what I did here. That's just about it for the drum loop. And now we're gonna move on to the basses and the drops. So generally in Sixth Sense music, it's kind of RP and arpeggiating. I'm using FL Studio, and I want to show you how I got this sort of arpeggiating effects by breaking down every single layer that is shown here. So the first layer we have is this chord layer. Very simple serum chords that are just being filtered. I said this preset a while ago. And then I have this pad, just a small part of it, and that's for the melodic layers. And we have the thick sub. And then we have this other layer, this vital layer, that is very complex. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I have absolutely no idea what I was doing here. I was just touching buttons and filters just to make something. But it's a pretty complex patch. I just used some serum tables and some stuff, I guess. I don't even know what I was doing at this point. But there was some FMing, a lot of work in this unison tab. Some effects, some distortion and EQ chorus. And the filters were pretty cool. That was like the main part of the project. Of this bass, I wasted my life on fixing the filters, and yeah, that's this patch. And I used a bunch of pitching stuff because originally I wanted to be one note running through a chord, but I ended up doing the exact opposite and just making a chord myself, and altogether it sounds like this. CPU problems. So I had to render this because my CPU right now is threatening to fucking die on me. So this is what it should sound like. It's actually a chord note bass, but I just took out a small part of it, and we have this thing. It's just an ARP, a sort of ARP with a convoller, OTT, and some distortion. And I have this bass sample that is also just a convoller, OTC, some EQing. And then I have this vital preset that I made a while ago. Last time I was working on an idea, I made it and I tweaked it a little and I got this. Generally speaking, it's a pretty simple patch. It's just some modulation stuff. It's the FX here that's pretty complex. And just not too complex post-processing. And yeah, and now we're gonna run through the percussions I talked about. So these percussions were here for the sake of adding flow to the drop and making it sound good and better. And I will show you the effects of these percussions on the drop later on, when I'm done explaining all of this rubbish. And lastly, we have another thing with the volume automation that's like sucking you in to this part of the drop. And I don't think I ran through this layer over here. Yeah, this layer, it's just another pad. Just another pad with an EQ. And for the second half of the drop, I simply just layered this pad and I upped this chord a bit. And I also layered this second chord, this with the second chord. So, yeah, was not a very hard thing to make. It wasn't very complex, I guess, in terms of arrangement. As you can see, it's pretty simple. But I guess it was just something I wanted to try out, I guess, making Sixth Sense style music. I don't even know if this was helpful to anyone watching this, but yeah, I guess I will drop the Visal preset that I use here, this one, the one over here that sounds like this. I'll keep it in the description so you guys can, I don't know, try it out, see what you do with it. Anyways, with a bit of the techniques I showed you here, I guess you come up with a much better mixing than me. You can probably come up with something good. And yeah, that's just about it for this video. So I'm gonna play this track for you, so I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, let's hear what the track sounds like. And yeah, that's what we got from this video. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and please follow me on SoundCloud, because that's where a lot of my stuff comes from. If you think I should finish this track, you can, tell me in the comments or something, because I am open. And if you have any suggestions, just drop them off in the comments too. With that being said, this is Daito signing out.